we see negativity in Haman. Haman had everybody bowing down to him, right? Except for who? Mordechai Tzaddik. Like, come on, man. Seriously, think about it. Haman, think about it. What's the big deal? There's one guy that's not bowing down to you. Everybody else is saying you're like the God, right? You are Haman, right? And interestingly enough, the Gemara in Chulin, it says, where is Haman? In the Torah, it says Hamin Ha'etz, right? When it talks about Adam Arishon. Very similar, the comparison. Adam Arishon, he's in a Gan Eden, you could eat in every single tree. You could eat everything. Just that tree. Just that tree, don't touch. That's a comparison. And it reminds me of a very, very strong, powerful story about a professor who one day went to his students, and he said to his students, everybody has a surprise test. And all the students were like, hey, professor, that's not right. You never did this to us. He's like, don't worry. This test has no questions on it. There's no words on it. They're like, okay, interesting. He puts the questions down on everyone's desk, and he says, okay, flip over the piece of paper. They flip it over, and you know what they see? A black dot. That's it, a big black dot in the middle. And the professor asked the students, please write down what you see on this piece of paper. And the students were so happy. Baruch Hashem, this professor is a good teacher. I like him. What's there to write? There's a black dot in the middle of the page. Another person wrote, there's a black dot in the middle of the page, and the size of the dot is, I don't know how to measure these circles, by the way. I don't remember. It's been a while since I was in school. But one of them, a few of them wrote this, and they were all handing in the papers. And the professor's like, I'm not going to take it home. Usually the professor takes home the test and grades it at home. I'm going to check it out right now. And he goes one by one by one by one. And he tells every single student that every single one of you guys are right, but every single one of you guys are all wrong. And they're like, what's there to be wrong already? What's there to be wrong? And he explained something very, very powerful. He says that every single one of you are right, that there's a black dot in the middle. There's a black dot in the middle. Yes, you're right. You're all right. But nobody mentioned anything about the fact that there's a bunch of white around the black. Everybody was focusing on the negativity. Everybody's focusing on the black dot. In life, Haman, he was focusing just on Mordechai. In life, we have to focus on how much good we have. Yes, sometimes we have difficulties, but how much great things are going on in our lives. I always bring a mashal, an example, that we hurt our finger, our pinky, let's say. But the rest of the body, all other 9 fingers, everything else is fine. Ezu Hashir, who's considered one that's wealthy, Pirkei Avos says, we all know. Hasameach bechergo. He's happy with what he has. Ashir, it spells out, Inayim, you have eyes. Shinaim, you have teeth. Yadayim, you have hands. Raglayim, you have feet. You're Ashir, you're wealthy. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. We have to turn our minds into a positive outlook, into a positive thinking, into machshava chiyuvit, and then we're going to be besimcha, which is the avodah, which is the work that we have for this month of Adar. That's what it comes down to.